Welcome to Groundhog Day, where Jake Paul gets called out by Conor McGregor, Gabbie Hanna goes off with Trisha Paytas again, and Jeff Wittek exposes David Dobrik again. By the way, folks, I found the most terrifying book. It's R.L. Stein's Goosebumps, Where the F Are My Keys? Literally gave me flashbacks to the last time I was late. Irrelevant news. Daniel Kaluuya won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor and had a very special message to give to the world.
Celebrate life, man. We're breathing, we're walking. It's incredible. It's incredible. Like, it's incredible. My mom met my dad. They had sex. It's amazing. Like, do you understand? I'm here. You know what I mean? So, I'm so happy to be alive.
Too bad it may not be for long if you go by his family's reaction.
I think that's pretty obvious that all our parents had sex, but that's me. Like, what's going on? It just came out of my mouth. I know my mom's probably going to text me some stuff about that, but well, here we are.
Oh, come on. His mom won't really care that he literally just said that to billions of people and is also currently the front runner for most awkward Oscar speech in history. If anything, there's something to celebrate.
No, I'm going to avoid my phone for a bit, mate. Trust me. I'm going to avoid my phone for a bit. I think my mom's not going to be very happy.
Just wait until he finds out that she's waiting in the other room. And now for something totally unrelated, the Hype House responded to speculation that Netflix stock dropped after they announced their reality show.
I keep seeing rumors that our show caused Netflix stocks to drop. If you actually look at their stocks by a Google search, you'll see they dropped when they didn't meet their quarter earnings the day before.
That is in fact true, folks, which is actually sad news for Netflix stock owners, because when they realized that so many more people ended up canceling their subscriptions after the announcement, the stock is only going to plummet further. And speaking of the Hype House, the unofficial member and also the most problematic YouTuber in the history of YouTube, Nikita Dragon, recently posted a photo with Vinny Hacker, and Demi Lovato commented on it.
I hate all men, but OMG, me too. Wow, he fires, sis.
Well, hopefully Vinny also hates Froyo so that they can make this work. And in other news, Conor McGregor, who was seen here inventing Jake Paul, had this to say about Jake.
UFC high-level fighting greater than blogger jackass boxing.
Oh, come on, Conor. Don't be so hard on Jake. You have no idea how hard it is to fight a 40-year-old retired wrestler fresh out of hip surgery.
Jack Daniels greater than proper 12.
What a comeback, folks. Jake really hit Conor where it hurts, talking about his whiskey brand. I don't know about you folks, but I'm looking forward to next week when Jake Paul insults Conor McGregor's toilet paper roll.
Shut the F up.
Shout out to Jake Paul Sr. for already trying to set up the next fight he's gonna lose. Anyway, folks, shortly after that, Jake Paul Jr. ended up going after UFC head honcho and Mr. Clean impersonator on the weekends, Dana White.
Dana, you claimed you would bet $1 million on me losing. Set up Askren to train with Freddie Roach, gave him full access to UFCPI, and he still got his handed to him.
Unbelievable, folks. If only Ben Askren hadn't taken a dive so he could get that back quicker, then maybe Jake could have had a real fight. I don't know. What do you think, Mr. Clean?
You get me talking about this guy again. He's getting hand-picked opponents, and God knows what else is going on with that whole thing.
I don't care what Dana White has to say, folks. Jake Paul is the greatest boxer in the history of boxing, and if I knew a single boxer, I'd say that Jake Paul is way better than them.
The numbers that you're hearing that they did are full of shit. They're full of shit, okay? They didn't pull those kind of numbers at all, not even close.
Folks, Dana White may run the UFC, the most successful fighting organization in the world, but he has no idea what the hell he's talking about. And now Jake Paul Jr., who's only been in the sport for about 2 years, knows exactly what he's talking about. And I only had to rub 2 neurons to come to that conclusion. And in other news, Gabbie Hanna still going at it.
Hey Trish, good morning. I also was hoping that we were going to move on after the podcast. I was really looking forward to that. But then the same day that the podcast went up, you posted 2 videos within an hour of each other, calling me a liar and trying to make me look like a crazy delusional person and gaslighting me.
Well, I guess that if Jake Paul has transitioned his drama into fights, then Gabbie Hanna has transitioned her drama into marathons.
You were a much different person to my face than you were on camera, and a much different person than you're being now. So I'm just tired of you being a lying, manipulative, vindictive, exploitative bitch because you're afraid of what I know about you.
Now, folks, if we were to title this whole situation, it'd be The Never-Ending Story, which, ironically, even The Never-Ending Story had an ending.
So I'm just gonna tell everybody what I know about you because I'm tired of protecting your secrets.
This should go over well.
So no, you didn't invite me to Thanksgiving, but I got that fact a little bit mixed up because that's what happens when somebody that you haven't been friends with for a long time keeps dragging you into their f***ing mess online.
Well, I guess if the saying goes, it gets worse before it gets better, then how much worse can it get? Because I feel like we're still not at rock bottom.
But since I was looking through all of our conversations from 2016 to 2019, I thought it would be fun to show everybody the friendship that you said didn't exist because you didn't know me, right? Despite the fact that I have years of text messages saved between us.
Folks, situation's over. Gabbie Hanna proved her point. She is, was, and always will be Trisha Paytas' friend, whether Trisha likes it or not.
I don't know why you lie like this. You're a really, really mean, malicious person. Like, what are you so afraid? Well, I know what you're so afraid of, and so will everybody soon.
Nothing like continuously teasing content that you're creating with the sole purpose of destroying another individual.
She could have just left me alone, but she doesn't. She keeps talking about me. So if you're gonna keep gaslighting me to the world, saying that I'm delusional and crazy and created a friendship in my mind, well, then I'm just gonna show our friendship.
Well, thank you so much for showing us your friendship with Trisha, Gabbie. I don't know what we would have done without this evidence, which is life-altering.
Trisha was right. She didn't technically invite me to Thanksgiving. She says we should have just eaten together instead of our other plans. The woman who claims she never knew me, I'm delusional, I imagined a friendship. Happy Thanksgiving. Thankful to be finally sharing this.
Folks, this is how you drive the point home. You hit the same note over and over and over and over and over again until people have been bludgeoned over the head to the point where even if somebody did happen to care, they give up due to exhaustion. Anyway, folks, I don't know about you, but I found it very interesting that Gabbie Hanna decided to share her text messages with Trisha Paytas, especially considering what she said less than a week ago.
What's just like super weird to me though, is that so many people are so quick to share screenshots.
Now, I know a lot of people are going to scream hypocrite, but that doesn't apply to Gabbie though, because Gabbie is Gabbie, and she does what Gabbie does, and nobody can live by Gabbie's standards but Gabbie. Gabbie, yo, gabba.
2 years, I have been nothing but gracious to Trisha Paytas. I even invited her into my home after she publicly gaslighted, mocked, and demeaned me to try to squash the beef. And then she went on to continue to make countless videos, comments, tweets, Instagram stories, and TikToks about me.
I am so happy that Gabbie Hanna is finally calling this behavior out, because it is unprecedented for another YouTuber to go on a TikTok, Instagram story, and Twitter rant against other YouTubers. Thank goodness that Gabbie Hanna has never done anything like that.
But I'm just gonna start saying the truth. My truth. Believe it or don't.
Oh, thank goodness that Gabbie Hanna is going to start saying the truth now, because I guess everything she said before this wasn't.
For 2 years now, Trisha has been telling people I'm delusional and imagined a friendship. I'm not misusing the word gaslighting. Trisha, babe, I'm tired of the internet not knowing we were friends, LOL.
Well, that is it, folks. Proof is in the pudding. I guess Gabbie Hanna and Trisha Paytas were friends. There's absolutely no statements by Gabbie that absolutely contradict that.
And being painted as a villain for a year, 2 years, I don't know how long, because I knew somebody was sleeping with someone who I wasn't close with her. I was close with him.
Now, folks, don't jump to conclusions. Gabbie just said that she wasn't close with Trisha. It doesn't mean that they weren't friends.
Trisha isn't my friend.
Well, I guess I got egg on my face, but you know what they say, there's only one way to make cake, and that's with eggs. So hopefully we get something sweet out of this. I can't take any more sour.
I think I do this thing where I think that, like, when I care about somebody, I care about them maybe too much, where I'm like, where somebody else might not think like, oh, like me and this person are close friends. I might be like, oh my god, I like really care about this person.
Gosh dang it, why does a past have to exist? Hey, speaking of friends, what's going on with David Dobrik and Jeff Wittek?
David came. I told him you should have came here dressed as the Joker in the nurse outfit. He was like, that's what you want me to do? I was like, yeah, it'd mean a lot to me.
I can't believe you came in here with the Joker makeup on. You sick.
This is ridiculous, folks. I can't believe that David Dobrik would actually have the gall to do something to try to cheer up his friend, which he literally almost accidentally offed.
You guys both have to sit down and talk about it. But how you feel, how he feels. He didn't know what to do to be there for you.
He almost died, Jonah.
All you had to do was come check on me, talk to me man to man in person, and that's it. I can lie and say everything's fine.
Yeah.
But that's not going to get me anywhere.
Oh, thank goodness, folks, that David was a bad friend. That way I have another reason to hate him. You can't have too much positivity on the internet, folks. Seriously, the internet's tiny, dark little heart can't take too much of it.
I feel weird because we haven't talked in the past month. Right. I think he needs to experience what we were doing.
If that will help, I will definitely go skydiving.
Wait, hold on, folks. They make up in the end. There's a happy ending. I'm done with this. I'm out. And now palate cleanser. Anyway, defenders, make sure you like and subscribe for more videos like this. If you like, will be another cute puppy that comes into the world. Tell me in the comments down below what do you think I want to know. Check out these videos right here. They're good too. Make sure to wash your hands, taking the vaccine, and staying away from stupid people. Have an amazing day, defenders. I love all of you. Peace.